7 months ago, I looked like this. 7 months later, this is the progress I've made. Losing weight is extremely hard. The motivation that it requires is harder than anything anyone's ever done. I've lost weight before. I did the exact same thing 6 years ago. It took me 5 years to gain all that weight back. But I'm not giving up yet. It's time for round 2.
Round 2.
Welcome to Your Dad's Fitness channel. I'm not saying you have to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get to the gym. It's just more convenient for me because I work for Coca-Cola. I got to get into the gym before I start work, because if I don't, then I'm not going to do it after work.
You know, it's funny, this gym used to be a Western Sizzling Steakhouse back in the 90s. Had a lot of fond memories here. I used to make what I would call a salad. It would have about a cup of ranch, a cup of cheese, a cup of croutons, and 2 shreds of lettuce. It's funny that one of the places I used to overeat at when I was a kid is actively a place that I'm getting back into shape. I'm going from beef steak to beefcake.
When I went to restaurants like Western Sizzling, I would get the salad, which by itself is already a meal, but then I would get a meal after that meal, which consisted of, I don't know if you guys ever ate at Western Sizzling. I don't even know if they still exist in the country. I guess they do, but definitely not around here. They had these sub burgers, like Subway sandwich length burgers. Now, I've never seen that anywhere else in my entire life, but I would always get that with an order of steak fries. So on top of the overly unhealthy salad, I would have another meal right after that. And that was one meal with a regular Coke, because Diet Coke is terrible. Fairly obvious what happened when I became an adult. I didn't stop eating like that. I just kept getting stuff like tailgate specials from Bojangles, which is a chicken restaurant in the South. And those are meant for a family of 4. So it's no surprise I ballooned up to 300 pounds. Twice now in my life. The one thing I don't like a lot about fitness influencers is that they don't really give you enough information about their own body. Not that I want to overshare. Right now, I am 6 foot tall. I mean, I've been 6 foot tall for a long time. I'm 6 foot tall, around 216 pounds, about 21% body fat. Look, if you're gonna use a gym, put your equipment back. Look, the only way that you're going to be able to put this back yourself after someone else has already left it there is if you're strong enough to lift it up. The first time I lost weight, I didn't do a lot of this, what you're seeing right here. This, I didn't have any kind of regimen. I just lifted a little bit. I did not eat enough protein at all. And then I pretty much got down to 175 with not a lot of muscle. And that's what happens when you don't plan anything. You just want to get as small as you can. My Monday at the gym is, which starts Thursday, chest and bicep only. I'm not saying this is going to be the workout for everyone, but this is how I do it. You start really light, like right here, it's 45-pound bar plus 10-pound weights. So that's 65 pounds, 10 to 15 times. And then I switch over to the biceps, and then I hit that 10 or 15 times. After your first set of chest and bicep, you go back to the chest and you add some weight on it. I think we're up to 135 here. And we do that about 10 to 15 times as well. Back to the biceps for a little bit, and then we come back to the chest for 1 rep of 185. I don't know the science behind why this is the way it is and why this works. The ultimate goal here is to not extinguish all of your strength before you get to your top set.
2 of 5, 5 times.
I didn't know if I could actually get this. I'm actually really surprised I got this. Happy as well, because this was a PR. Day 2 is a pretty loaded day. It's shoulders, back, triceps, and abs. I start with some overhead standing shoulder press. Then I do some of these things, which I do not know what they're called. I forgot. Do not come to this channel expecting to hear actual terms. At least not right now. This thing, the raisey thing, the side raise, it's definitely some shoulder workout. Then I do my only current superset of tricep pull downs, and then I go immediately into a sitting position and then do some kind of lateral work. And then abs. My favorite now, until I can actually hang, because I cannot hang yet. I can, but not for very long, are the leg raises. Third day consists of all leg work. I do mostly deadlifts and squats, and incline walking on the treadmill. And then I repeat those same 3 days again, so that's 6 days a week, with resting on the 7th day of the week.
Okay, enough with the titty dance.
I'm going to New York Comicon in October. That is the ultimate end of this current milestone section. By June, 195. By October, 205, with maybe hopefully 5 pounds of body fat and then 5 pounds of muscle on top of that added back on. It's unrealistic to think that you could gain 10 pounds of muscle in 4 months. The winner of Your Dad's Choice Award for the most doable action comic book character in your 30s and 40s, Wolverine. I mean, is it really even a question? Going with the X-Men Origins Wolverine look, I thought about doing the spandex and yellow thing, but then again, the video game comes out a month before New York Comic Con, and there's going to be about 15,000 of those in New York Comic Con wearing the yellow spandex. So I'm going to go with the classy one. I'm going to go with X-Men Origins Wolverine. Jacket, white tank top, boots. And the more 70s style hair. The real reason I chose it was because of the hair. Stay tuned in the future for this channel. I think the next video is going to be something to do with vacation. So get prepared for that in the next few weeks. And then we're going to do a little bit of a challenge after that. I was going to call it Not Your Dad's Fitness channel because of the Not Your Dad trend, but that doesn't make any sense. I am your dad. I am starting this channel out mainly to appeal to dads or anyone really who's looking to get into a little bit of shape after being unhappy most of their lives. I'm not a science bro. I'm not a guy who's chasing trends. I'm definitely not going to try and sell you snake oils and get thin easy schemes or pills because they don't work. The only thing that really works is consistency and restructuring the way you think about how you eat and how you live. And it can suck sometimes, but anything worth doing is going to be a little difficult. I don't know what kind of change I made in my brain. Maybe the thought of being a dad and being around as long as I can for my daughter was one of the #1 reasons why I wanted to get back in shape. If you're running around a yard and you're out of breath after about 20 feet, no one wants a dad who can not run. Also, don't let anyone tell you that you can't lose weight or gain muscle in your 30s. I am 35 years old. It is very doable. In fact, some might say it is the prime time of your life to gain muscle. So don't give up on yourself, especially if you're in your 30s or your 40s. Actually, don't ever give up on yourself. Even if you're 60 or 70, you can still make a change in your body. I am what a lot of younger people would probably call old as shit or not cool. My daughter still thinks I'm cool, but then again, she's 4. I'm willing to guess that in a couple years, that "you're the best" comment is going to turn into "I hate you." So I've got that to look forward to. Join me for whatever this channel becomes, whether it's challenges or food or lifting weights. I don't know yet. I'm just as much in the dark with this channel as you are. But anyway, enjoy the channel.